In this video, we're going to discuss something that Google calls bounce rate and how it affects your overall web page's rankings. Let's first describe what Google considers a bounce. A bounce is when somebody comes in from a search engine to your web page and spends less than 30 seconds there and immediately returns to the search engine. That qualifies as one bounce. Okay, now that we know what a bounce is, let's take it one step further. Let's suppose, for argument's sake, half of all the people that come to your website turn right around and go back to the search engines. That would give you a bounce rate of 50%. Now, the reason your bounce rate is so important, Google uses your bounce rate as an important indicator to see if your website really belongs at the top of the search engines or not. Let's take a moment and look at how they do this. For this discussion, we're going to assume that your link popularity and your on-site optimization is good, and you're finally starting to work your way up the search engines. After a lot of hard work, you finally pop into the first page for your given key phrase. Congratulations, you made it to the first page. Now the real question is, are you going to be able to stay there? You see, what most people don't realize, this is only a test period. Now that you've arrived, Google's looking at your click-through rate, time on site, and your bounce rate to determine if you belong on the first page or not. If you don't continue to improve, you will fall right off the first page down to position maybe as low as 100. And then somebody else will get a chance to see if they can measure up. Now, quite often, your competitors are just as weak as you are, so Google will continuously recycle you all through the position number 4 through 10 until they find a contender, somebody who continues to make improvements and therefore deserves to be in the top positions. The reason for this is simple. Google uses the bounce rate to help figure out if the visitor is finding what they're looking for. Naturally, if they're finding what they're looking for, they'll stay a little longer on your website. If they fail to find the information they're looking for, then they'll return to the search engines. Now, as far as Google's algorithms are concerned, if 50% of the people coming to your website return to the search engines, and only 35% of your competitors return to the search engines, that's a clear indication to Google that that competitor belongs above you on the search results. And if you don't do something quickly, you'll be off the first page in no time. However, there's still time to avoid being removed from the top of the search engines. All you have to do is figure out a way to get those visitors off the first page onto another page on your website as quick as possible. This usually can be accomplished by a good, strong call to action. I hope this video has been helpful to clear up any questions you have about bounce rates and maybe how they affect your overall rankings. To learn more about how to improve your overall rankings on the search engines, just follow us here on YouTube or visit our website, zeal.com, zeell.com. Well, it's been a pleasure spending this time with you. My name is Franklin Galusha, and I think it's time to say goodbye.